baby. You're ready to learn. Shout it out to the people. Playing a little Key Sweat. We got Key Sweat coming to the Apollo today outside a free concert. Woo. I gotta work, but I'm definitely pulling up. 100%. It's from 5 to 10, which means, you know, it's gonna be other people too there. But I got to be there with Key pull up. It's like my favorite song. This and You, Jesse Powell. Right in the Wrong Way, Key West, my favorite song ever. I remember when it first came out, I was on Rikers Island. You know what I mean? I remember Rikers Island when that came out, 1988. I was running out of Rikers Island with Tiny Bum. Yeah, shout out to Tiny Bum. I don't know if y'all know who Tiny Bum from Harlem, well, Bronx, Harlem. He was in the Fed right now, doing a lot of time. He came home, they say he was like Kingpin or some shit. But shout out to boy that Tommy. Big down the boxing tonight. Crawford fight tonight, right? Panama, salute. Roll in! So, probably pull up to the Apollo Theater. I gotta work tonight, but I got to pull up. Connection going in and out? Oh no. Is it? How about now? Can you hear me good? See me good? If not, I just gotta go inside. I just figured I'd bring it back to the organic outside where we started at. It's better now? Alright, just keep me posted. If it goes in and out at all, it's clear. If it goes in and out at all, this is 2024, man. We got Verizon. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand how motherfuckers can have no service in 2024. It happens all the time. But yeah, remember 1988, I was running around Rikers Island, me and Tiny Bum. That was his name, Tiny Bum. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why that was his name. That was just, his name was Tiny Bum. I didn't ask him why his name was Tiny Bum. He had it since he was little. I don't know. But anyway, right, so Key Sweat, you know, Key Sweat was the shit back then. You know what I mean? I used to write a lot of my letters off Key Sweat. A lot of your favorite gangsters. A lot of your favorite gangsters. Love Key Sweat. OG Bobby Johnson. Big jerseys. Shout out to Jersey. You know I used to live in Jersey, right, Bobby? You know that, right? I used to live way down. I used to live in Long Branch, too. I used to live down in Jamesburg. Shout out to Jamesburg, New Jersey. That's 8A on the turnpike, like down by Great Adventures and shit. Down there. Blah, blah. I see you, Kruger. Kruger Bailey in the building. Maine, Jamaica. Portland, Jamaica in the building. Representing Flatbush. Shout out to my boy Giz. Wait, somebody else just wrote me too, say I'm lagging. Am I lagging, y'all? Can you see me good? salute, salute. Can you see me good? I might have to go inside. Am I gonna have to go inside right now? Let me know you can see me good. Anybody? Am I lagging? Let me know. Someone told me it was too. Good, good. All right, bet. So we're gonna talk about a few things today. Major gang bust yesterday in the Bronx. We're gonna pull it up. So many things I want to talk about. I want to talk about these men beating up these ladies in the Olympics, and people are getting mad at me. I put up a video on IG. I can't even put it up on YouTube because you know what they're gonna do if I put it up. You know, I'm talking about the man-female thing. You guys know what they'll do, right? Right. So I don't even put those videos. That video is not even up on YouTube. But I did a thing and I put it on IG. And the shit got over 50,000 views in a day. Talking about this man, Emin Khalif, fighting women. The girl from Italy came out, okay? She's trained her whole life to fight girls, man. Her father recently died and she dedicated that she was gonna win for her father. And then she goes in there against this man. Now people are saying, oh, it's a female, was born a female. But both of them, the ones from Taipei too, they were both kicked out the Paris World Games, which is next to the Olympics, is the biggest thing for amateurs, the World Championships. They were kicked out of last year's, let me repeat this, 2023. They were kicked out because their DNA test came back male, XY chromosomes, and they had high levels of testosterone. Now, people are like, oh, it's a rare genetic form. I don't give a shit what it is. That's a man. I seen videos of one of them with their shirt off at the beach. Man. And all you people talking about, oh, it was born this, she was born this. Were you in the fucking doctor's office? Were you in the birth room? They say a lot of things. They say a lot of things. Whoever they are, they get blamed for a lot. That group of they, you know them. They holding us down. You know, them, they. Goes in there, they fight like men. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, be careful when you're logging in and out. Let's go inside, guys. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. That's not like I'm talking to my kid right now. Let's go inside. Let's just do it like this. I should be better in here. Let me get my phone. Get my water. I'm gonna go inside. Cause they're gonna keep kicking me off. Now I'm right next to the damn router, modem, whatever. Put the tails up. Hold on, guys. Tails banner. Let me get my prop too. Hold on. This is what we gonna do, guys. I mean, I'm on a porch. You should be able to be on your porch. It's disgusting. You guys should see me better, hear me better, right? Give me a thumbs up. You guys can hear me better, see me better. Bang. Oh, Lord. From my band. I got a band. Like a tails band. Tails from the things on there. It's around here somewhere. This right here is got to be. Many people just have a junk drawer. Just a drawer with just shit in it that you know you don't find. Bang. Alright, we good. Alrighty. The lagging should stop. Yeah, you're lagging on and off. Alright, how about now? Better? Let me see. I'm gonna go on my phone. I don't know why they keep messing with my last few lives been like that. Yeah, all good. My last few lives, that's why I've been taking them down. Everything's lagging and slow. I'm like, yo, I got Verizon. But again, certain things you start talking about. So yeah. Now people got mad at me on IG. Everyone's saying, you know, this was born a female and all that other stuff. I don't believe it. But she was in the doctor's office. I mean, have you seen these individuals? Have you seen both of them? I mean, straight men. There's no confusion. Like, oh, that could be. There's no, that's a man. You know, pretty much was raised as a man. And last year was suspended from the Paris Games because of the testosterone and hormone level. And the DNA came back men. And they came back with XY chromosomes. So people, hit the like button too. People can say what they want to say. Oh, it's a woman, you're being this, you're being... Nah. The girl that just got beat up again, her father just died, she was dedicating this to her father. She went in there, it didn't even last 40 seconds. She got punched in her face one time. BAM! And she quit. The one before that, dude fought a girl from Mexico, definitely. Fought a chick from Mexico, and the chick from Mexico got concussions and said she's never been hit so hard in her life. Why is this okay? Why is this allowed? Even the testosterone levels and hormones and doing all of that shit, it changes your body. They're taking testosterone. That's steroids. Either way, the testosterone levels and the high levels, they say, is higher than most men in these two females. So they got to be taking something. It's an unfair advantage. These bitches is diesel. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Germany. These chicks, even if I don't believe that, I believe they're men, but, because again, the Paris World Games is not the people that sanction that are not the same people who sanction the Olympics. The same test that they do in the World Championships, that governing body that governs the World Championships doesn't govern the Olympics. So it's a whole separate group of tests. It's not the same test that they did last year when they were both kicked out for being men. It's not the same people doing the same test, because people are like, well, why would? It's not the same. They got a whole different criteria for the Olympics and a whole different group of people and a whole group of different testing. So when you're putting these men, because they're not females, and they're beating up these females, hit the fucking like button. Who thinks this shit is okay? Why is this okay? Why are the people accepting this? They supposed to just walk out. And it's not just in the Olympics. This shit's happening everywhere. Shout out to my Aunt Rose. Hope she's feeling better. You guys know we just Carolinas visiting, making sure. Anyway. Okay? Even with testosterone levels. Let's talk about that. They said their testosterone levels is they have more testosterone than most men on the planet. What? Something's going on. They're talking about it's a rare genetic form. So why did they get kicked out of the Paris World Games in 2023? Google it. The Women's Championship, which is next to the Olympics, is the biggest thing for an amateur boxer. World Championships. World. It's the World Championships. It's like the Olympics. The same fighters fight there are fighting in the Olympics. No different. The same boxers that fight in the World Championships, men, women, are the same ones that are in the Olympics. It's just that the governing bodies have two different types and criteria of tests. Okay? And last year, when they did their DNA, it came back men. And their testosterone levels are incredibly high. So they must be injecting something or taking something, because that's not normal. They came back with XY chromosomes, man. I don't care about a genetic form. That means the rest of the body, the rest. Like, just say they were born female. Just say. You're not the fucking doctor. So whatever narrative they're trying to spin now to cover up, is what you guys are repeating. I know these two individuals were kicked out of last year's World Championships when their DNA came back men. Why people aren't understanding this, and why people are upset with the rage. Just say, thank you, it's not okay. Just say they both were born female. Female parts. But the rest of them is male? Basically, that's what they're saying. Because there's pictures of a dude all on the beach with nothing on. Man. This is okay? And it bothers me because, I feel like this in any protest, in any topic or anything like that, people are fucking selective and they pick and choose. Okay? Where are the feminists? Where are the people who are supposed to be protecting the women? Right? Where are the people who are supposed to be protecting the women? Because let me tell you something. This is the reality. If this is gonna be reality, women should just quit sports. Let me repeat that. If this is gonna be the reality, then women need to quit sports. Because if they're gonna intermingle men with women, women have no chance to win any event. Now, I know there's women out there like, oh, it's laughing at me or joking. Anything physical, a woman will never win. Racing, boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. And that's not being disrespectful. That's not being disrespectful. People shouldn't be coming at me. They should be coming at them. So I don't want to hear nothing negative. Anybody write anything negative, sniper gang. You know what it is. I'm just telling you, this is wrong. Fucked up dog time. That girl trained her whole life to go in there and try and win a medal. Her father just died, guys. She was dedicating these Olympics to her father. Didn't know that this man was going to be in the competition. Dying declaration to her father. She was dedicating and going to do in there. She went in there, got punched in the face one time, knowing that that's like being punched by a man. And she quit and she cried in the ring, man. I fucking wanted to cry. That girl was crying, saying this is not fair. back to what I was saying, okay? And this is not a disrespect to any woman out there. Oh, Fred, you want some sexist shit? Maybe pool table, maybe. I'm saying physically, baseball, basketball, if you're gonna let boys play fucking softball too, then women might as well quit sports because they have no chance to win. Let me explain. The fastest woman in the world, Sha'Carri Richardson, now, right? But the fastest 100 meters, okay? I want you guys to understand this. The fastest 100 meters of all time is FloJo, Florence Griffith Joyner. I used to love FloJo. I had a little thing for FloJo. I ain't gonna hold you. Florence Griffith Joyner, she had the nails. She was pretty. You know what I mean? She was the first standout, like, female for me in track and field. You know what I mean? Like, FloJo. If you don't know who FloJo is, hold on. If you don't know who FloJo is, Florence Griffith Joyner, in 1988, she ran a 10.49 in the 100. Let me repeat. In 1988, she broke the women's record for 10.49. In 1988, that record is still alive today. That record, now you know in track and field and all these other events, every fucking event there's a new world record, nothing stands. Florence Griffith Joyner's record from 1988 still stands today, 10.49 for 100 meters for a woman. Google it. I'm spitting facts right here. That 10.49 that has held since 1988 is almost 8, would be, if they mixed it, she'd be number almost 8,000. That would be almost 8,000 fastest time ever run. She would be like 7,990. Almost 8,000 men have run faster is what I'm telling you. I looked it up. Okay? And that record has been since 1988. Shout out to Alabama. Alabama, you guys got some shit going on down there too. Maybe you could, I think it's Alabama or Mississippi. They got 2 boys running in the girls' events, like the 100 and 200, and they broke and shattered the high school records. Maybe you could shed some light on that. I can't see. Sean Anthony? Just Sean? High school records. Alabama runners. Why is this okay? Hold on. Watch this, guys. Here we go. Pennsylvania now. Here we go. Oh, this one is Connecticut.
Subject that's so sensitive that Andrea and Terry, who you're about to meet, felt when it was time to tell their parents that they're transgender, they each revealed it by text, and now they have gone public with it, and they're facing opposition from people who say even though you may feel like a girl, you need to compete against the boys.
Facts! Look at this shit.
Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood dominating the competition at the Girls Track and Field Championships in Connecticut earlier this month, coming in first and second place, respectively. And while it was a state race, their wins are making national headlines. Not because of what they did, but because of who they are. 2 transgender girls. When was the first time that either of you found any kind of opposition to you participating on the girls' team?
I was expecting it, so every day I would search up track and field high school. Terry Miller.
Because you wanted to know what people were saying.
Yeah.
Some of those comments were harsh. Critics complaining that Andrea and Terry both have an unfair advantage since they were born boys. At what point do you decide, actually, it's more both started hormone therapy and say that for the most part they've been welcomed by friends, family,
Hormone
and
therapy.
administrators with open arms.
Thank you.
There is some backlash from parents and students. 2 petitions were even started in an attempt to change the current
Hell
rule of
yeah,
the state's
change that
governing
shit.
body of interscholastic sports.
Where the women at?
States that students are entitled to participate on the team based on their gender identity, how they identify. The girls athletes are at the physical disadvantage compared to the transgender female. Bianca Stanescu started one of those petitions after her daughter Selena lost to Andrea and Terry at a track meet in
Yes,
May.
they do.
They have naturally testosterone within their body that has been proven to give a physical advantage in sports. The mom, who was unaware that the girls were already undergoing hormone
Disgusting.
therapy, has gotten a little over 100 signatures.
We're not even.
Tells us that estrogen hormone therapy does change the body, replacing some lean muscle with fat. But of course, everyone is different. Andrea's parents say what's most important to them is the well-being of their child.
Track is number 1 for
Now I get that as a dad. I get that. You know, you always want the best for your child, and to be honest, if any of my kids decided, hey, that's what it is. But as a dad, I'm gonna be like, yo, but you can't do that. But you can't do that. You know, the well-being of your child is one thing, but in fairness to others, you winning state championships and doing all this other stuff and celebrating like with a crown on and all that. I think the parents need to be the ones to be like, hey, you shouldn't do this. Just like when the Leah Thomas, the swimmer, was like 8,000 in the world, stunk, garbage, trash as a man in the swimming. Decided just to switch locker rooms, was already on the campus. Decided just to switch locker rooms just because he identified. Now, identifying and actually are, we know is 2 different things. Shout out, Tim. When you identify, so you can just identify as whatever and people just have to accept it and play in your little cosplay fucking life? I have to accept that? Nah, I'm never gonna accept it. And there's a lot of people like me who are never gonna accept this shit. And it bothers the fuck out of me, like I said, when people start their selective bullshit. Where are the feminists? It shouldn't be me speaking up about this shit. I haven't heard one fucking woman speak up about this shit. Every blog or anything I see, it's always fucking men talking about what men are doing to women. It's like fucking spouse, it's like abuse. What's the difference? What's the difference between Puffy did and what this boxer did? They both assaulted women. Say what you want. Testosterone levels, hormones, shots to be men, then be that. I'm sorry that there's some type of genetic effect and you were born like that. I'm sorry about that. But that little girl from Italy shouldn't have to pay. I'm sorry that you identify as fucking Barbie now. And your name was Jim. That's your fucking business. I don't care. That's not what I care about. This isn't about against that. Be who the fuck you want to be. If my kids was that, I would support it. I would support whatever they do. I'm just here to talk and guide them through life as best I can. Live your life. By no means is this a slander against that community. It's a slander against the community who is living in fantasy land and thinking that they are and then going and competing in women's sports. Because that's fucking not right. Because I'm telling you right now, if this becomes a thing, can you imagine that D3 basketball player or the guy who got cut from his high school basketball team to go on to be the greatest women's WNBA player ever? To go over and start dunking on Asia Wilson? Putting nuts all in fucking Angel Reese's mouth on a dunk? Huh? Is that what it's gonna take? Right? Because once that happens in one of these majors, then you're gonna see these fucking feminists come out of the woodwork. Then and only then, because people only do shit when it actually affects them. People only talk about shit that really only affects them. This doesn't affect me, but it affects me in the sense of the psychology of it. Like, what nerve you have. You want to be a man, and so what? You can do that. Fine. Hey, salute, more power to you. Be happy in life. I preach that, guys. I preach that, to be happy in life. Be who you want to be. But don't impose your will on the next person. Don't, in knowing that you're a man, and go in there and beat up women. Don't know that you're a boy and you can't make the track team and you identify as a woman, but you got nuts. You shouldn't even be in the locker room. I did a short on that, which I got banned from YouTube too for, talking about the one from Canada, something Wiseman, Wiseheart, some shit like that. 53 years old, identifies as 13. Let me repeat that. You think I'm lying? There's one in Canada right now who is a college professor, who is a professor. 53 years old, identifies as 12 or 13, and swims in tournaments with 12 and 13-year-olds. Yeah. You don't believe me? Let me show you. 53 years old, college professor, identifies as a 12-year-old girl, 13, enters swimming competitions all around the country, racing against 12 and 13-year-olds. Think I'm lying? Fucking think I'm lying. You do. I know you do. Let's find this fucker. There he is. Here's this guy.
50-year-old psychology professor at your college in Canada. Although he's 50 years old, he identifies himself as a 13-year-old girl and calls himself Melody Wiseman. As Melody Wiseman, he's allowed to change, shower, and compete against real 13-year-old girls. Authorities were called and had nothing to say, but I do. When grown men can shower with little girls and they're protected in this perversion by the authorities, I have to wonder if we are witnessing the mainstreaming of pedophilia right before our eyes.
Mr. Shapita, what is your deal? Why are you swimming with 13-year-olds? Why are you breaking world aquatic rules?
Motherfucker
Why are
ran.
you running? Why are you a sexual pervert?
Pedophiles around the world are on their way to Canada. Like, share, subscribe.
Allowed to shower and be in the same locker room with 12 and 13-year-old girls. And nobody could say nothing because the Alphabet City crew comes for you. The Alphabet City comes for you. And that's another thing. When they're like, oh, they're always picked on, they're abused, they're around the world. They're more protected than we are. You smack one of them, it's a hate crime. You're going under the jail. They calling it a hate crime. It could just been some bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Hate crime. Hate crime. You are being charged as a fucking hater. As a fucking hater. Minimum like 7 years. You smack me, you might get a desk appearance ticket. Now, you smack me, you're going to get more than that. You know what I mean? That was just a, 100% you get more than that. But you understand what I'm saying. And the funny thing about this thing, right? That if any of these dudes was to come to New York City and get locked up, guess where they're going? They're going to the Rikers Island and they're going to the men's jail. They gotta... If you got a ding-ding, you can go to Sing Sing. Huh? Let me repeat that. If you got a ding-a-ling, you can go to Sing Sing. They don't care what you identify as. What the... fucking people are crazy. And I just don't feel that I should have to be the one. And everything I hear is men talking about this. Where the fucking women at? Are you going to save sports? Because if you don't save sports and you're just going to integrate, you're not going to win anything. Women will be right back. Women will, self-esteem will be gone. You know, feeling good about who you are is gone. If you integrate men with women in any sport, pick one. Pick one. There's none. There's none. Then we'll get bulldozed and everything. That's not a disrespect. It's that the men's bone structure is different. Men's, you know, muscular patterns are different. Men are stronger. Hit the like button. Men are that. And that's just it's no disrespect. Love my women. That's not. I'm not disrespecting you in any way, but this is what's gonna happen if you want to do this. If you women are not gonna stand up for yourself, you know, because I was always really taught that you're really not supposed to stick up for anybody that doesn't stand up for themselves. You guys got to start picketing. You guys got to start rioting. You guys got to start some bullshit. Start some movement online. Something. Do something, ladies. I'm tired of just hearing men talk about this and how outraged we are. That you know, I would be pissed if I put my daughter in there. My daughter went in there and got punched by a fucking man. I'm telling you, like. I know I'm wrong. I know I'm spiteful. Like, I get a little look. I'm getting flustered just thinking about it. I might go find his sister. Even this bitch up. You know what I mean? Straight up. Like I said yesterday, Brittany Griner's already in Paris. Like I said, she'd be digging out snow right now. She'd be fucking feeding sled dogs in Siberia right now if it wasn't for the United States. Brittany! United States needs you, Brittany. Go put them gloves on. Go walk across the street. Leave the basketball court. You're not that good. Go over there to that boxing arena and let's get justice, Brittany. If that's what they want to do. Let's just send Brittany Griner in there and just start fucking bitches up. That's it. Trans people should have their own Olympics. Exactly. That's what I was even saying with the trans swimmer, Leah Thomas, whatever the hell his name is. Whatever dude's name is, because he still got his ding-a-ling. Right. Sing. So, I was saying that women should have their own, because, you know, it's not right to these people who are winning second and third, and even the one who won fourth, because now they can't get their medal, even the bronze medal. At third, because this man took their fucking spot. It's disgusting. Train your whole life to get for this? Train your whole life for this? For a man to just come in and just do some bullshit? It's fucking disgusting. I say you should have your own division. Like in swimming, there should be a men's division. There should be a women's division. There's a reason for that. There is a reason that there's women's sports and men's sports. What? We can't be mingling this shit. There's a reason there is a women's league, man. There is a reason there are men's leagues. They have like a U.S. national fucking soccer team play 15-year-old boys, 15 and under. And these boys crushed the Olympic team, guys. And soccer. Then they played another a group of retired men. It's all on the internet. And they lost 12-0. Guys, this is not good for sports. It's not even a matter of trans this or the Last Supper with drag queen. This ain't that. This is logic and common sense. Women should have their division, men should have their division, and then there should be an open division. How about that? An open, we'll call it open division. That's for anybody else. who is not man, who is not woman, who anybody else want to do that, that should be an open division. That should be a division. It should be celebrated so that they could feel celebrated and honored. Open division. That's it. There's your answer. Have an open division in the Olympics. Have these two men open. Let them fight each other for the gold and silver. There's only two of them. They're guaranteed a medal. You're guaranteed a medal. When are you going to win gold? When are you going to win silver? Fucking problem solved. Is this for real? Who's making these decisions? I just did that in 30 minutes. I just made a decision done. Open division, male division, women division. In the open division, there's only two of them in the Olympics. Let them kill each other for the gold and silver. Yay! The fuck out of here. Leave the women alone. Leave the ladies out of it. Can't be punching girls all in their fucking face. The last one gave her a concussion. She says she hasn't been right since. Then this Italian girl yesterday. Like, come on, man. And then the one from Taipei did it last night. Beat the hell out of a girl in less than a minute or some shit. The fuck? This is ridiculous. I'm just telling you. Because this is the problem, man. Some of these people aren't, you know what I mean, held accountable for their shit. It's disgusting. I'm ready to get back in training then. Fuck it. I want Emin one-on-one. Bang, bang, bang. You can't, listen. I hit Emin one time. He going to sleep. Just once. All I need is once. It's a little. You know what I mean? Bang, that jab is still, bang, you see it? Bang, bang. I'm telling you. I'm getting back in training then. The next Olympics is in LA. I'm going to identify some shit, and I'm going for gold. If this is how it's going to be, then I'm going for gold. I'm going for double gold, triple gold too, because I'm going to join the basketball team. Yeah. Me and Caitlin Clark going to be in the backcourt, you heard? Yeah. I'm throwing my name in the ring now, guys. 2028 is in LA. I'm throwing my name in the ring. U.S. basketball, give me a call. Me and Caitlin will go take care of that. Then I'm going to go over to the boxing ring. Fucking right. I'm going to be the greatest Olympian ever. Swimming may be, you know, I would have to really train for that. But I think if I train for a little while, I'll win that too. I'm just being honest here. I'm being dead ass serious right now. I'm throwing my name in the ring, guys. You heard it here first. Yeah. I'm crossing over. I'm going to identify whatever I want to identify as, right? Because no one can tell me anything. And I want that smoke with Emin. I want that smoke with Emin. Facts. Who's with me? Who's going to help sponsor my dream? Said I see you wear blue. I wear blue. I actually got red on too. Look. You know what I'm saying? But this is my newest hat, my Duke hat. You know what I mean? Shout out to North Carolina. Disgusting. They got street ball in the Olympics now. I'm in. I'm identifying right now, guys. We can call you Frida White. Frida White. Yeah, why not? Call me whatever. But the 3-on-3 thing, the U.S. lost. The 3-on-3 girls team, they lost 3 in a row. They won. I'm throwing my name in the Olympics. You know what? I haven't even decided what country I'm going to compete with. You know that? I might just do it for Puerto Rico. Yeah. Puerto Rico. You want some gold medals? I'm still nice with it. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Men are going to start doing this. They're going to start doing this all the time. And they're already doing it all over the United States.
I don't know how it is around the world, but they're doing it all over in high school sports and all the rest of it. They're starting to pass laws now because of it, because of the lunacy of it. It's disgusting. Horrible. That's one. All right, let's change the subject real quick. Can you still hear without, I don't know, can your mom still talk with these nuts in her mouth? Hey, Corn Pop. Corn Pop. He said, can I hear without my ears? That's what he said, right? I want to know is, can your mother talk with these nuts in her mouth? Corn Pop? Right. Anyway. So, next thing is, Treadmill Dad got sentenced. We're gonna get back with them. You guys know the Mitchell family. You guys don't know the story. Right, yeah, clap him. Where my moderators at? Yak, get the clapping. Shout out to Yak. I know my moderators. I gotta get some new moderators. So, Treadmill Dad got sentenced yesterday. You guys know we've been following the case since its inception, before he was even charged. We we did the interview with little Corey's mother and grandmother. I grew up, I knew the grandmother. We went to school together back in the days. And he was sentenced yesterday. Yeah, Gregor was sentenced yesterday. He got 25 years in prison for killing his son, for abusing his son to death. I watched every trial day and the interviews with you. Oh, okay. Kirsten, hold on. I'm gonna make you a moderator. Standard. You are a standard moderator. Kirsten, you're a moderator. So you see anybody getting stupid in the chat, you have the right to snipe. Now, how's the family doing there? Yeah, man, that was sad. You know who I am, Fred. Okay, shout out to Teflon. So, he abused his son to death, dropped him at the hospital, ran off while his son perished. While his son is perishing in an emergency room by himself, this pussy ran. They caught him, okay? When we had first interviewed them years ago, he hadn't been charged yet. After what we did, a little bit of pressure, he got charged with homicide. Okay? Abused his son to death. Was found guilty on manslaughter and a bunch of other charges. And yesterday was his reckoning in court. He got 25 years. Let's do it like this. Here we go. What a piece of shit this guy is. See, and this is Bree. We're gonna shout out to Bree. Here's her testimony. Here's her. Listen to this. Powerful.
Today, not only as a grieving mother, but also an advocate for justice. On behalf of my son Corey, I stand here before you to plead for justice that Corey rightfully deserves, and to press for the maximum sentence of Christopher Gregor, whose actions
shout out, Tom.
irreparable harm.
I know you ain't.
For you to fully understand the gravity of the situation, I will flash back to July of 2013. This date marks the beginning of a traumatic journey defined by manipulation, abuse, and ultimately an unspeakable loss. At
You're
16,
moderator,
I first
Tom.
met the defendant, who was 21 at the time. He proceeded to give me drugs, alcohol, and took complete advantage of me, which led to the conception of Corey. From day one of my pregnancy, I knew I would keep Corey, regardless of the way he was conceived. Corey didn't ask to be brought into this world, and I knew I owed it to him to bring him into this world with unconditional love. Corey was, and
Can you guys hear this? Give me a thumbs up.
You heard a lot about it throughout the trial, and so did a lot of the world. It was very upsetting for that to come out because I've worked extremely hard for many years to be where I am today. I admit I abused drugs, but during the trial it was made out that for some reason my son deserved to be killed because his mom was a drug addict. It is absolutely disgusting. I stand here today, clean and sober, and I know Corey would be so proud of me. Unfortunately, my son is no longer here to tell his story, so I'm here to be his voice and tell his story along with all the others sitting in the gallery
Piece of
who have
shit.
continued to stand by me. Not once have you seen the defendant shed a tear for Corey in the last 3.5 years since he killed him. And today was ape. I don't believe a word he said, and I don't accept any apologies. He has no remorse for any of the actions he committed. And his only remorse, like you saw today, is for himself because he got caught and convicted. Another reason I could think of is, I'm sorry, everything he had done to Corey was done out of spite towards me. Another reason I could think of is he's sick in the head and used Corey as his punching bag. On April 2nd of 2021, it was not the first time that he abused Corey, but it was the last time. He never had an ounce of love for Corey. And to the defendant, Corey was just an inconvenience in his life. He never hugged him. He never praised him. He never told him he was proud of
Fucking
him. Or that he
bitch.
did a good job.
This guy's a bitch.
He punished Corey every chance that he could get, and I cannot even begin to imagine what my son dealt with behind closed doors with this man. On April 2nd of 2021, I hesitantly dropped Corey off at the defendant's home, which is a mistake that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I kissed my son goodbye unknowingly for the last time. I wish I knew what was going to happen and I would never let him go. At 3 p.m. the same day, I received a phone call from the defendant where he stated Corey was very sick and he was taking him to the hospital, and then hung up on me after he asked for my insurance card. As an extremely concerned mother, I called him back and no answer.
Oh, you just click on the people and it'll tell you. Block them, hide them, whatever. I don't know if I could watch the rest of this, but it was very sad. And Rebecca too got up. She was very impactful too. It was a horrible situation. And he was sentenced to 25 years yesterday in the afternoon. Good riddance. Good riddance. Now let's see what happens to him. You know, the reality is guys like that pussy puts his hands on his kids and does all that, he's gonna go to jail and be protected, which makes me fucking sick. It makes me sick when they protect these fucking bozos. I swear to God they do. I hate when they protect these idiots. Right? Because they could get a lawsuit if something happens to him. So they protect him. Justice would be to let him do 25 years in population. He ain't surviving. He's not surviving. Straight PC. Straight PC. Yeah, he's gonna go in there with other pedophiles, other baby rapists, other child killers. So they all mingle together. They all become one happy family and, you know, form their little bonds amongst their child killing stories. You know what I mean? Touching kids and doing all that goofy shit. Shout out to Newark. What's up, Sean? Shout out to my boy Lil Yup out there in Newark too. Disgusting. Hey, in case you guys don't know, we have the book bag drive. And for those who don't follow me on IG, go over there, Tales from the Pen, same as the channel. Go over there. Started the book bag drive just like we did last year. Just like we gave out coats, just like we gave out toys, just like we gave out book bags and stuff last year. I'm doing it again. Anybody interested in donating? We've already ordered a bunch of book bags and a bunch of things already. You know, a couple people did donate. Shout out to my cousin John. Shout out to Chill Will. Anybody's interested, Tales from the Pen is the Cash App. Put that Cash App up there. Let me put it up there. Anybody's interested in helping out, donating to the cause, you get a shout out. You get a tag. Let me put it up. Let me put it up in the chat real quick.
Bang. There we go.
Bang, it's up there. You ever talk about when you on A&E, the Scared Straight? I think oh yeah. I put a little clip up there the other day. I found it because I couldn't find that shit on A&E. A&E had came into prison while we were talking to the kids. You know, I used to do this. This is what I'm saying. I've been doing this a long time, trying to keep people on the right path. You know what I mean? I've been doing it a long time. In the 90s, I was doing it, and A&E actually came in and filmed us. And they chopped it up, like we signed waivers that they chopped it up and put them in different clips and different videos on their channel. But I saw one the other day. Want to see young Fred White, guys? Let me show you young Fred White. Let me show you. It's just, this one is just a quick one. I was like, oh shit. Look. You see young Fred White? And this is my boy O right here. I tell y'all about O. That's my boy Oscar right there. You know what I'm saying? He's home. He's doing his thing right now, man. But yeah, so Treadmill Dad did that. Oh, big gang bust yesterday in the Bronx, guys. They 2 different gangs got taken down by the feds. They've been watching them like usual. They got them for all types of murders, all types of shootings, all types of everything. Lock them all up. Now, I know what y'all say. Fred, how could you say that? You was... Listen, let me tell you something. When I talk about my past life, that was my past life. You know how people say, oh, you didn't like who you were? Or you didn't like who you are or whatever? I can say, yeah. Because I could look back on that kid, that punk, that ran around wilding and say he was a punk. And I'm talking about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reality is, I deserved to be in jail. Maybe not for the immediate incident. Like, I didn't, for this incident I went to prison for, I took it, I ate it, I went to prison. Let me just say that. I ain't, like, wasn't me. You know what I mean? Somebody just switched it, put me in his place. He went on to be a police cop, corrections officer, MDC. He's a corrections officer. I think he's retired now. Got a nice house in Long Island. Facts. It's all facts. But I hate that kid that I was. I deserve to be in jail. You understand what I'm saying? You know how when people say they don't wish jail or death on their worst enemy? They fucking... Not me. Not me. A lot of you motherfuckers deserve jail. A lot of motherfuckers deserve, and they deserve never to come home for their, for their crimes. You got people running around shooting people. You got people who they're on like kill on sight timing. So wherever they see their enemy at, wherever it is, out in the broad, out in the public, it's shoot on sight, guys. And these kids don't care who they get caught in the crossfire. They don't care. You know, in my days, like, we didn't do drive-bys. I'm telling you that right now. There was no drive-bys in my days. And we had that. I grew up in the highest murder rate ever in the history of New York City. Hello. The 80s? We didn't do drive-bys. That drive-by and shit, we didn't even know about that shit till Colors came out. Nobody knew about no fucking drive-by. What set you claim and all that goofy shit. We didn't know none of that shit till Colors came out. We did walk-downs. Not that it's better. I'm just saying it's like, in my time it was very rare. I do know a few people this happened to, where they hit innocent people. It does happen. You gotta pay for that. You can't kill an innocent person, a child, an old lady, and just think, oh, it was an accident. Nah, it wasn't an accident. You blatantly pulling out your gun in broad daylight, like you fucking, like this is real. These dudes really think it's Call of Duty. Like these, when you shoot a gun, it's automatically gonna hit somebody, and that's it. That doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That's why there's so many shootings, but not enough deaths. Like you know what I mean? Because these kids can't fucking aim. These kids now is driving by on city bikes and scooters and shooting up parks. And people want to talk about school shootings. That's the first thing motherfuckers say. Oh, school shootings. What's the difference with a playground shooting? What's the difference? Guys make me sick with that goofy fucking argument. These kids is driving by on city bikes. These kids ain't got a license. These kids ain't been don't have an ID. These kids got nothing but they hood, they gang. So when they all get swept up and yeah, I don't care. Keep the streets safer. And for a little while, it's not even going to be safer because there's still little young ones coming up. And that's what the fuck they're going to do. Same shit. You know, I try to be I try to do what I do. I try to give these kids game. But you know what? When you're already a gang member at a young age, it's already too late. There's hardly any redemption for you. To be honest, when you're a young gang member, it probably means you didn't have the guidance at home from the beginning. So once you're in it, that guidance is never going to be able to have that influence to get you out. In other words, there wasn't that influence in there from the beginning not to join. So once you're in, there's not going to be that influence of somebody to get you out of that. Because once you're young and once you're in the gang, your life is over. As weird as it sounds, your life is over. You just don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? While you keep repping your hood and repping your gang, while they keep just, wrapping up the case right around you. Yesterday, when all them gang members, 30 gang members, they went in with no-knock warrants, just came in and everything because they were already indicted. That's what they do, the walking indictment. They will indict your whole crew and leave you in the streets to do more dirt. You guys don't even hear, you didn't even peep really, that might have went over your head, what I just said. They indict you, they indict your clique, and then they come get you. They leave you. Once they indict you, they may leave you there 4, 5, 6 months, a year. You may have a walking indictment on your head and don't even know it because they're still building more of a case. So in other words, they know you're just going to keep doing dumb shit, and all you're doing for the next 4 months that you're running around is adding more years to your jail sentence. Am I making sense to people? They indict them and leave them out. I think it's up to like a year. Maybe more. I'm going to have to find out the actual... When I know, I'm not sure. But I know there have been people who have had walking indictments for a year over their head, and they don't even know it. And they just keep watching them and letting them do more crime. Let them put more years. 5 more years for that. 6 more years for that. 7 more years. So you've been running around for these last 4 months and accumulated 22 years. What? Think about what I just said, guys. Ted back in Queens, hedgerow deep, Fort, right. He's fat. Tone, no, he grew up with us. You know. It was a different era. You know what I'm saying? When we rolled, we rolled. When we rolled, we rolled. We didn't do drive-bys, though. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't shooting from cars and doing all that goofy shit. Hitting innocent people. We wasn't doing that. Even in my case, right? There was like 6 of them in the corner. When we rolled up, one of them had nothing to do with it. He was just coming by. He was innocent. They got, he got caught up in that. So, but I didn't do it. What I'm just saying is I can relate. You know what I'm saying? I can relate. Lock them all up. Lock them all up, because that's the only thing that's going to stop these kids. Put them all behind bars. And then what happens is they let them out 5-10 years later, and these kids is worse. It's just a cycle. That's what I'm saying. Once you get involved in that gang life, there's hardly any getting out. It's hardly not, you can't get out. Because you're in it, and you're known for that, and that's who you are. Your brother's banging, your uncle's banging, your cousin's banging, and none of these older people are telling you that you're ruining your fucking life. You're ruining your fucking life. Anyway, people, I gotta go. Hey, tonight, I gotta work, but I'm definitely pulling up. Outside the Apollo tonight, Keith Sweat is doing a free concert. It's gonna be a whole bunch of artists, but Keith Sweat is the main event. He's getting the key to the city. They snatched it from Diddy. They told Diddy, give me that shit. They took Diddy's key and they're giving it to Keith Sweat. Because you know Keith Sweat from Grant. Project right there, 125th. He grew up right there down the block from the Apollo. But Keith Sweat's going to be out there. Any of the Harlem natives, anybody out, I'm pulling up today. I don't know what time. It's from 5 to 10. I know Keith ain't going to be at 5. You know he's going to be last. So I'm thinking like 9 o'clock, 8 something. I'm pulling up to the Apollo tonight. Free Keith Sweat concert. Who's with me? Who pulling up? Straight savages. Disgusting. I gotta go, people. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for an hour. Again, I got the book bag drive. If anybody's interested in donating, hit the Cash App. You get the shout out. You get the tag on IG. You already know. That's how we do. If anybody don't know, go check out last year's. You can see how we did the event. It was amazing. So this year I got a couple of different things. I'm going to be in 3 different areas. I'm going to be in the Bronx. I'm going to be in Brooklyn and Far Rockaway, Queens too, giving out book bags. So let's make some things happen. We made shit happen last year. Let's make it bigger this year. Hit the Cash App. You guys know the motto. Experience is the greatest teacher. But somebody else's experience could be just as valuable if you pay attention and listen. On that note, people, Fred White,